think I got my mat in the right spot. So let's go to our mat. We're gonna review our fundamentals to start. So lie back on your mat. This is our neutral spine position. And I just want you to start to breathe. And I wanted to just share something about, you know how sometimes you'll hear a word over and over again over a day or two? Well, breath and breathe has been a word I keep hearing and seeing. So let's really get in tune with our breath. Take those really big inhales through your nose. A big inhale, so much that maybe the sides of your nose kind of pinch in. And then as you exhale, really think about pulling the belly button down towards the mat, letting all that air out. I like to set my right hand on top of my belly button, right in that spot where we need to do the scooping. So just keep breathing here. Take a big, big inhale, maybe a 5 count. We want our lungs to be so healthy. And I want you to really think about the exhale, all that air squeezing out of your lungs and the belly button dropping lower to the mat. And then can you hold that connection, the belly button down towards the spine as you inhale again. And deep exhale. Just keep breathing here. Another thing I wanted to share is about, we drove out to the lake on Memorial Day, and I was thinking about the boats and how my dad always had a boat growing up, and I thought about an anchor and how our pelvis is kind of like an anchor. I even imagine the shape of an anchor and the shape of our pelvis. We're going to start thinking about that pelvic stability, and I want you to think about your pelvis during class today being that anchor at some times in our exercises. So take your hands and place them on your hips, and I'm going to put all my fingers on top of my hip bones, and then I'm going to wrap my thumbs around. And I really want you to think about steadying that pelvis as we do some knee folds. Really think about that anchor to the mat. Bring your right leg up to tabletop as you inhale. As you take that deep exhale, think about scooping out the belly, bringing that foot back down to the mat. As you exhale all the air out. Your next inhale, bring the left leg up to a knee fold, what we call tabletop. Exhale slowly, anchor those hips, weight them. Think about an anchor being weighted on the mat. We're going to go back and forth with these knee folds. You use your breath. You take those big full inhales through your nose. Deep exhale with those parted lips. Shifting back and forth, knee folds, and coming back down. Let's do one more on each leg, or make yourself even. You started on your right leg, end on your left. Try not to let your pelvis move at all. Check in with those fingers on your hips. And come back down. Now leave your hands there. We're going to go into some pelvic mobility. So now I was kind of thinking about an anchor on the bottom of the lake, and it's kind of being moved with the water. And you're going to tuck your pelvis as you inhale. And you're going to exhale, maybe go into an arch. I still have my fingers, my hands kind of wrapped around my pelvis so that I'm feeling that movement of letting that anchor, that pelvis rock back and forth with my breath. Inhaling as I arch, exhaling as I tuck. Let's do 2 more. See if you can get some full movement. And exhaling. Last one. Inhale big through your nose. Deep exhale, belly to spine, and anchor that pelvis back to neutral. Bring your hands back along beside you. And then I want you to glue your knees and feet together. We're going to do knee sways. Now I'm going to open my arms out to the side, not quite into a T. My hands are on the floor. I'm not going to be quite into a T, but a little bit lower than a T. And as you inhale, I want you to let both legs sway to your right or your left. You pick which way you want to go. Deep exhale, pull your belly to your spine and anchor your pelvis. Now go to the left side. You're looking up at the ceiling for now, but we're going to start to add a head turn on this next one. Knees come back to center. Now as you let your knees sway to the right, turn your head to the left and look over your left arm. And then sequence your head and your knees back to center. Let's go the other direction. Sway to the left, turn your head to the right. If the head turn doesn't feel good for you right now, so you can skip it. Just keep looking up at the ceiling. Let's do 2 more. I'm swaying to my right, turning my head to the left. Coming back to center with that deep exhale, anchoring my pelvis, and then letting it lift as I go the other way. Last one, and then come back to center. Oh, those feel good. So let's open the feet again. We're going to move up to shoulders. Now anchor those hips. Bring your fingertips up to the ceiling. We're going to do some puppet arms. So now I want you to think of your shoulder blades being that anchor into the mat. But as you inhale, you're going to let them lift off the mat. You're going to reach towards the ceiling. As you exhale all the air out, you're going to press those shoulders into the mat. Let's do 3. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, bring them back to the mat. 1 more. Let those fingertips reach up. And then deep exhale. Now let's do some open chest flies, but that doesn't mean let your rib cage pop up. Steady those the ribs. Inhale, you're going to go hands out to the side. And then deep exhale, take them slow. Slowly come back up over your shoulders. Let's do a 5 count inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The hands are out in a T. And then exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another slow one. Check in with your ribs. Inhale big. Big 5 count inhale. Deep exhale. Pull your belly to your spine. Anchor those hips and shoulders. And the fingers come back together. Let's add a knee fold with the arm going out to the side. So it's an opposite knee, opposite arm. So bring your right leg up to tabletop as the left arm goes out to the side. Anchor both your pelvis and your shoulders. As you exhale, the foot goes to the mat, the hand comes over your shoulder. Switch to the other side. Right arm out to the side, left leg to tabletop. Deep exhale, bring the foot to the mat, the hand to the ceiling. Let's do 1 more on the left. Knee fold on the right leg, left arm goes out. So there's some coordination there, some anchoring going on. Good. And then bring the hands back to the mat. We're going to start with we're going to go into our upper ab curls. So really put your feet in your favorite spot. Usually it's at fist width apart. Take a big inhale and with nice straight arms, go all the way up overhead. Don't let your rib cage pop up. Deep exhale, you're going to come up in that upper ab curl and you're going to reach those fingertips past your legs. You're going to exhale slowly, slow them down. I want you to take those big breaths today. Big inhale, come up in that upper ab curl. Fingertips reaching past those legs. Deep exhale, you're slowing it down until your head hits the mat. You're all out of air. Let's do 1 more. Big inhale. Maybe you're counting to 4 or 5. Getting up there to the top of your best upper ab curl. And then you're slowly rolling back down. The head's going to come to the mat. You're going to sweep your arms around and bring them back along beside you. We are all warmed up. Let's go into our hundreds. So I want you to keep thinking of the anchor today, the kind of metaphor on our hips and shoulders, the stability we need. Bring your legs to tabletop or your favorite starting position for hundreds. My hands are nice and My fingers are nice and long and strong. Big inhale, come up in that upper curl and start pumping. Big inhale. Remember the 5 count on the inhale and the 5 count on the exhale. There it is again, those big breaths. Anchor your hips and don't let them wobble a lot. Put your legs in your favorite position. Maybe you like feet to the ceiling. Turn your legs out into an external rotation if you like that option. And then start to lower your feet. Inhaling for 5, keep the breath going. Keep the counting going. Exhale for 5. Let's do 2 more sets. You deepen your curl. And you reach past your legs. And exhale, 1 more set. Inhaling for 5. And exhaling for 5. Hold the legs in, set your head down. Maybe turn your head side to side. Good, grab a leg and let's roll up for our roll back. So if this is in place where you like to use a TheraBand, go ahead and grab it. We're sitting tall to start. Let's have our hands out in front of us. Let's do 3 half rollbacks to start. Tuck your pelvis, tuck your chin. Really think about flexed feet as you're starting out here. Come up to sitting tall on an inhale. Deep exhale, tuck pelvis, tuck chin, and stop right there at that halfway. Come up to sitting. 1 more like that. Inhale, tuck and stop at your really stretchy part. And then come up sitting. Let's go into our full roll down. Really flex your feet. Lock your knees if you can. Inhale for half. As you go through your exhale, your arms are going to come up and over. Flex those feet. Strengthen your legs as you come up and over. Good. So this is a good exercise for thinking about pelvic stability, right? We don't want our pelvis rocking side to side. We want to really think about the anchor today. Let's go inhale for half. Exhale through your mid-spine, reaching up and over. If you want to take an extra stretch out there, take it. And then flex those feet and roll back up again. Let's do 1 more. Inhale for half. Exhale through your mid-back. Hands go up and over. Really stretch through, reach up and over. You know, I think let's do 1 more. I think 1 more is good. A bonus. And coming up and over. Good. As you roll back, bring your right leg with you so that that right foot is pointing up to the ceiling. We're going to do single leg circles. So remember the anchor, but that part of the anchor is going to move. I like to put my left hand on my left hip bone and then really flex that left foot, really point the right foot. Take an inhale, cross the body. Exhale, come around. The toe is going across your midline, going outside your body and coming around. Let's do 3 more. That direction. Inhale. And exhale, you breathe the way you need to. Deep exhale to swing that leg around. 1 more in that direction. Inhale. Exhale, the toe is over the hip. Let's go outside the body, cross the midline, and come around. If you like to lift your hip, it comes when that toe crosses the other leg. Remember, anchoring again. When the leg goes outside your body. Let's do 2 more. Point the toe outside the body, swing it around, and last one, inhale for half, exhale for the other half. Do a scissor kick. We're going to do all that on the left leg. The right leg is your anchor. Hear that word again. I'm going to put my right hand on my right hip and keep it anchored down. Take an inhale. You're going to cross your body with your left foot. Exhale, come around. Inhale as you cross the midline. Exhale as you swing it around. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, cross the body, come around. 2 more. Cross the body, swing it around. And last one, really point that toe Nice straight leg. Come around to the top of your circle, switch directions. So outside the body as you inhale, exhale as you cross over that leg. Inhale and exhale. Outside the body, point that toe, come around, and one more. Straighten that leg, walk your knee if you can. Good, and then fold that leg in, give it a little stretch in. We're gonna take just a stretch here on each leg. Stretch that leg out, pull your right knee in towards your chest, and just have a little pull in with your hands on your shin. Good, and then you can use that leg to roll up to sitting for a rolling like a ball. So edges of feet together, hands behind your thighs or on your shin. Edges of feet together, tuck your chin, tuck your pelvis, let's go right into it. Roll back to your shoulders and come back up. And roll back to shoulders, come back up. Use your breath. Remember to anchor those hips when your hips hit the mat. Really steady them. Try not to rock side to side. Inhale and exhale. Tuck your chin. Make that C curve of your spine. Good. We're going to do two more. So really get that massage on your spine, circulating our breath, circulating our blood. And that was the last one. So we're going to float our feet. We're going to go into our stomach series. Stretch your left leg out, left hand, right knee, right hand, right ankle. Tuck your pelvis, and then pull your right knee towards your head. And then you're going to switch arms and legs. So here's another example of not letting your hips or your pelvis shift side to side. As that leg reaches away from you, think of that anchor again. Pull the knee towards your face. One more each leg. I'm pulling my right knee in and now my left. Take a little break on your head. We're going to go into double leg stretch next. So take a big inhale. Deep exhale. Pull those knees towards your face. As you inhale, you're going to reach over your head. You're going to circle the arms around and grab your shins. Your legs stay straight. There's energy in those feet as they reach away from you. Remember the anchor again. You don't get tired of me saying that word. I like it today. And circle around. And really reach. Stretch your arms. Bring them around. Let's do one more. Big inhale. Deep exhale. Squeeze all the air out. Pull those knees towards you. Take a little break on your head. We're going to do scissors next. So feet up to the ceiling. Can you lock those knees and point those toes? A nice straight leg. Take an inhale as you walk up your right leg. Hold on to your thigh or your calf. Left leg goes to the floor. You're going to scissor and scissor. Remember your breath. Inhale. Exhale. As those legs move, don't let your pelvis rock back and forth. Your spine is glued to the mat. Just in that upright curl, pulling that leg towards your face. Let's do one more. Each side. I'm going to end on my left leg. And then fold my legs in. Take that little break. Double leg lower lift is next. So interlace your fingers. Put them behind your head. Thumbs down the side to protect your neck. And then feet up to the ceiling, take a big inhale, come up in that upright curl as those feet go to your working level. Stop at the spot where your spine still stays connected. But can you try to challenge yourself today to go a little lower, pull the belly to the spine to make sure you're staying glued to the mat. And coming up, inhale as you reach low, exhale, one more. Feet go to your working level. Exhale up. Then bring your legs to tabletop. Let your head rest for just a second. We're going to do elbow to knee. Come up in the upright curl. I'm pulling my right knee towards my left elbow. Going through the center. And left knee, right elbow. Remember, this is a twist. Don't twist in your hips though. Make sure they're staying anchored and equally weighted as you go side to side, inhaling and exhaling. Look at that elbow as it goes to the floor. Let's do one more each way. One to my right, and then my left. Take a little break. Let your head, feet, and neck be loose. We're going to come up and do our spine stretch next. So if you need to take a quick drink of water, you can. We're going to get set up here. Your feet can be nice and wide if you like them nice and wide. I want you to point your toes and or flex your feet and think of those toes kind of almost like a really flat surface on your feet if you were up against a wall. Sit really tall. We're going to do these real traditional ones where your fingertips are lightly on the mat in front of you. Lift your spine up nice and straight. Take a big inhale. Drop your chin toward your chest. Keep it there. Imagine the crown of your head going down the mat. And exhale, exhale, exhale. Big inhale. Coming back up. Good, and then exhaling down. Think of that imagery of that anchor again. You're not letting that anchor, your pelvis tilt. You're keeping it steady as you roll up and down in your spine stretch. We want that full curve in our spine. Exhale, exhale as you let all that air out. And then big inhale. Just like when we were warming up, we're still taking those big breaths. Let's exhale again as you're reaching maybe further out on the mat than you did before. And then you're slowly letting that spine come back up to straight. We're going to do one more. Stay down there for some stretching. Exhale all your air out. Reach further than you did. Maybe almost to the end of the mat. Let your head hang between your arms. I'm going to come over and stretch over my left leg. And think about my nose kind of over my knee. And I'm stretching there. I'm going to walk over through the middle, over to my right leg, and stretch over my right leg. Let your head drop and be heavy. And then as you inhale, come back to the center of your mat. And then sit really tall, maybe with an extra breath there, sitting real tall. What a great exercise. Let's come up more to the front of your mat. We're going to do our open leg rocker. So start with your hands behind your thighs and float your feet. You know, this is that in that same family of like rolling like a ball. So we want to steady our pelvis to start. So think of it anchored on the mat, right? It's nice and weighted. So as you inhale, stretch your right leg straight, and then exhale as you bend it. Go to the left leg, straighten, and bend. Keep using that breath. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend left leg, straighten, and bend. Now both legs, straighten, and bend. One more like that. Straighten. And then keep pushing the legs into your hands. Let's go to straight leg. Put your hands in your favorite spot. Maybe it's on your calves. Point those toes. We're going to rock now. So let your pelvis tuck. Make a C curve. Roll on it to your shoulders and come back up. Remember, we're letting that anchor lift off the mat now. And then coming back up. And then energy in those legs. Think of really pointed toes and a nice straight leg if you can. Keep rocking back. We're going to do two more. And coming up. And on this last one, you're going to rock back. Come up and get your balance. Put your legs together. And then go into a teaser and say happy birthday, Cheryl. And then we're going to roll back. It's corkscrew day. All right. So hands are on the mat. You're going to have really pointed toes. If you want to lift your hips, you would start by lifting and then going down the right side and up the left and lifting at the top. If you don't like the lift, you can keep your hips anchored and coming back up. Going down the left, up the right. You do them with your breath, inhaling and exhaling. You know when you do a hip lift off the mat, you want to make sure it's feeling okay on your lower back. So control it. Use your strength in your core. Let's do one more each way. Coming up to the top of that circle, coming around, back to the top of that circle, and then you're going to come right down the middle and sit tall. On your mat, we're going to go into saw. So open your legs if you like them mat width or even wider. Flex those feet. Then the hands are out straight into a T. Really think of your fingertips reaching towards those opposite walls. Take a big inhale, nice straight spine. You're going to twist, and then you're going to reach that pinky finger past that little toe. You're going to untwist and come back to sitting tall. Big inhale, then twist and exhale. Reach, reach, reach. Think of your ear trying to reach your knee. Coming back up to sitting tall. Remember to anchor again. What's our anchor? Our pelvis. Keep it equally weighted. As you're twisting and reaching, don't let that opposite hip lift. Push it down into the mat. Come up to sitting. We're going to twist again. Back hands reaching up to the ceiling. Come up to tall again, straight spine. This is your last one. So really reach, let the ear and drop towards your knee. And then sit tall and bring the hands back down. All right, we've got 3 exercises to do on our bellies. First one is swan. So you're going to flip to your bellies. And we're going to do our swans. So get set up here. Hands are flat on the mat. I like to open up my fingers, make like their little platforms, and squeeze my elbows in towards my rib cage. Float your nose off the mat, feet together or open depending on your lower back health. As you take an inhale, think of your nose sweeping up in an arch. Your chin comes up. Your upper body comes up to your top range. As you exhale, you're going to slow it down. Don't collapse. Think of your nose stretched out further on the mat. And then you're going to come right back up on your next inhale. Inhale, inhale. Deep exhale. Can you lengthen out like you're reaching your nose out towards the end of your mat? And then bringing it down. Let's do 3 more. If you want to start to float your feet, you can float your feet. You're going to exhale slowly. I like to think my nose is reaching for something out in front of me. You want to start to float your hands. Float your hands off the mat. You'll come up as high. When you need to exhale, you're going to slowly come back down. Last one. Coming up in your swan. Upper back, feet are off, and then coming back down. Take a quick child's pose or a cat type of movement if you like that better. Just sitting back real quick to release that lower spine. We're going to stretch out on the mat for our single leg kicks. So get set up. Really wrap those one hand around the other. Then press that fist into the mat. Remember, your elbows are further out on the mat than your shoulders. Feet and knees are glued together. Make a nice long reach of your neck. Take an inhale, kick with your right foot towards your bottom. Exhale, kick with your left. Pull the belly up off the mat. Your pelvis is gonna want to shift. So really keep it level. Kind of our emphasis today about thinking about what your pelvis is doing. Really use control. Concentrate on what's going on. Kick on each leg. We're going back and forth. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's do one more each leg. Kick, and kick. Let's go into our double leg kicks. You're gonna turn your head to one side, put that cheek on the mat, and then fold your hands over your lower back, right above your pelvis. Your feet are gonna be glued together. Take a big inhale. Now exhale, kick 3 times toward your bottom. 1, 2, 3. Let go of your hands or hook your finger, thumbs if you like that. You're gonna go into your swan, turn your head the other way, kick, 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 another great swan. Each one gets better and better. Pull those shoulders back. Turn your cheek, kick, kick, kick. Another swan. Good. Another kick. Exhale all the air out. And then big inhale. Fill up with air. A little more. And then kick again. That was your last one. Good. Let's do cat-cow before we move on. I'm gonna let my head hang heavy. I'm in that quadruped position. Fingers are spread open. You're gonna curl your spine up like a cat. And then you're gonna tilt your pelvis and go the other way. Let your pelvis move. Rock it forward, head hangs down, and then your chin reaches out towards the wall in front of you. Let's do one more. Cat shape. Hump that back, and then let it go the other way. Good. Let's go into shoulder bridges. We are warmed up really well, so let's do some great shoulder bridges. Lie back. Remember neutral spine position, but for shoulder bridges, you might want to bring your heels a little closer towards your hips if you like that. Hands are flat on the floor. Think about strengthening your arms. And really think about the shoulders, right? We're going to come up to those shoulders, so you want to really press into the mat. Let's do 3 pelvic tucks before we start bridging. Inhale, let that anchor tilt. Exhale, bring it back to neutral. Inhale, press that lower back into the mat. Exhale back to neutral. One more like that. Really use your breath. Big inhale through the nose as you tuck. Exhale, come back to neutral. Let's do those full breaths. I've been liking this breath where you inhale for half of your shoulder bridge, exhale to come to your shoulders. So inhale, tuck your pelvis. Exhale through your mid-back. When you get up to your shoulders, then you need to inhale. Take that inhale, but then exhale right when you get past your rib cage, and you're all out of air by the time your pelvis untucked. Go right into your next one. Tuck pelvis, inhaling. Exhale when you get to your lower ribs, and then exhale all the air out as you're lifting the hips. Big inhale. Start to reconnect. Remember, you're opening space under your chin. You're keeping that space. All the air is gone by the time your hips anchor. Let's do another one. We're going to take an extra breath. Inhale, half of your bridge. Exhale to come up to your shoulders. Now take a big inhale. You're going to press higher up in your bridge. You're going to exhale all the air out. You're going to take another big inhale and press up even higher. And exhale. On this next one, you get to start coming down. So inhale, go through half of your back when you get to your bottom ribs. Exhale, you're still tucked in your pelvis. And then the exhale is all gone as you untuck. Good job. Those feel so good, don't they? So let's come up for spine twist. Another twisting exercise. So I bet you know what I'm going to say. Anchor that pelvis. Don't let it lift. So bring your hands up into a T. Your legs are together. Your feet are flexed. Your knees are locked. You want to flip your hands so your palms are forward. And then pull a little bit back. That's good too. Take a big inhale. And as you twist, you're gonna stay upright and exhale, exhale, exhale. Look at that thumb. Big inhale, come back center, and then twist. Don't let the hips lift. Right hip is staying anchored as you twist left. Come back center. Remember your shoulders too. Don't let them come up to your ears as you're twisting. Come back center. Big inhale. Bring all the air out as you exhale, exhale, exhale. Big inhale. We're going to do 2 more. Really think of that straight spine, that your rib cage is kind of twisting on that spine, like around a pole. 1 more. Twisting, exhaling, exhaling, exhaling. Big inhale, and then hands come down. All right, we are ready for side leg kicks. And if you heard me at the beginning, this is our exercise of the day. So it was also something that I wanted to really think about, the pelvis, right? The anchoring of the pelvis. So in Joe's book, he calls it the side kick. And so I want you to take the position of your elbow on the back edge of your mat, and then your whole spine is along the back edge of your mat, and even your legs. So really line up your whole body. You can be down on your head, on your arm. You can be up on your elbow, which is how he does them. And you can still have your hand on the mat in front of you, creating a little mouse house underneath your leg. Now swing your legs out at an angle so that your toes are off the front of your mat. In Return to Life, Joe demonstrates his side kicks like this. If you want that extra challenge, go for it. Otherwise, anchor yourself. So what we want to do is check in. We want to do rib cage and pelvis and shoulders are our stability points. Only thing's going to move is that leg. So let's bring that top leg up. You're going to really flex your foot, and you're just going to do little circles. Now he goes right into sweeps, but I kind of have always liked doing these circles to really get a nice stretch in your hands, hamstring and calf. Go the other way. Press through that heel like you're painting on the wall. Come to a stop. Now this is where our sweeps come in. So really think about the pelvic stability, the rib cage staying still, and the shoulders. Take these real slow. Big inhale. You're going to flex the foot forward. Start to exhale and let the leg reach behind you. Don't let your hips change. Big inhale, sweep forward, taking these slow. Deep exhale. And 1 more real slow one. Big inhale, flex forward. Deep exhale. Now we're going to speed them up. Can you control? Inhale, flex forward. Sweep back. Flex forward. Sweep back. 1 more fast. Forward and back. You need to stabilize. It's a lot harder, isn't it? So let's do an internal rotation of that top leg, which means knee to ceiling, and then turn it and do knee to knee. Knee to ceiling, knee to knee. Now bring it back to knee to ceiling, external rotated. Point your foot for bottom up, real slow, point up, flex down. Check in with that hip. If you like to put your hand on that top hip to make sure it's not rocking forward or taking you slow, flex up. Point down, 1 more slow, flex up, point down. Let's speed them up and see if you can keep that hip still. Flex, point, flex, point, 1 more, flex, point. Good job. Let's go into develop hay. You're going to bring that knee or foot to your knee. You're going to bring the foot up, flex it, come down. We're going to do these slow. Big breath, pull to the knee, up to the ceiling, and flex down. 1 more. To the knee, flex up and down. Now checking with everything. Is your rib cage still lined up? Your shoulders? Let's switch it. You're going to flex up, point to your knee, and drag it along. Up to the knee and drag along. 1 more. Up to the knee and push along. Good. Let's go into Ronde-Jean. So I'm going to bring my hand back into the mat in front of me. Or if you want an extra challenge, bring your head up, your hand here. So float the top leg up. You're going to sweep forward as you inhale. Nice straight leg. You're going to reach back behind you. So Ronde-Jean is a challenge because you really need to check in on those shoulders and your rib cage. Don't let your rib cage pop forward as that leg swings back. One more in that direction. Come over your legs, switch directions, sweep back, up and over. Full breath. Slow them down so you can really breathe. Last one. Back, up and over. Super. So let's land a nice straight line. As you're getting set up, I'll read something that he says. He says, attempt to better your first trial. So we're trying, right? And he always says, attempt to better your first trial. So now we're going to be in a nice straight line. You don't get to do all this on the other side. If you want an extra challenge, fingertips to the ceiling. Top leg is going to come up to hip height. Bottom leg comes up and taps the other foot. Stay in a nice straight line. Try not to let your head rock forward as those feet are moving. I bet you're thinking about that pelvic anchor, aren't you? It's nice and stacked and steady. One more up and down. Glue them together. They both float down to the mat, up and down. Try to not to let your body bend or your spine change. One more up and down. Bring them up there and do little scissor kicks. Really energy in those feet. Nice and straight. And then bigger scissor kicks. Just let them kind of float by each other, but don't let your upper body change at all. Good. You're done on this side. So let's roll to our bellies and do grasshopper before we do the other side. So rest your head in your hands and then start to put your heels together, toes apart, flat your feet. Float those feet off the mat and start tapping your heels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. Let's do all that on the other side. See if there's anything else I can share with you. He said, head up, elbows back. Keep your entire body rigid. Oh boy. So line up again. I think it's interesting that he shows that you really do start out in a straight line. And you decide where you want to be with your head and your elbow and your other hand. Then swing your legs out. Toes are off the mat. So let's do the same thing we did on the other side. Bring that top leg up. Really flex that foot and do those little circles. Can you think of a real symmetrical circle that you're tracing? Nothing is moving in your upper body. Come to a stop. We're going to do our sweeps real slow. You're going to flex forward, big inhale, point the foot, and then sweep back behind you. Don't let the upper body change. Flex slow forward, and then point slow back. One more like that. One more slow. Steady everything. So we're going to speed them up. You're going to flex forward, point back. Flex forward, point back. One more. Flex forward and point back. Good. Come over that other leg. Do an internal rotation and external. One more. Get that spin of that leg. Keep it externally rotated. Let's do bottom up, pointed foot to go up slow and flex slow down. Full inhale to get up. Full exhale to come down. One more slow. Point up. Flex down. Let's speed them up. Point. Flex. Keep upper body straight. One more. Point and flex. Good job. Let's switch the foot. You're going to flex up and point down. We're going slow. Flex up and point down. One more slow. Check in with upper body. And then let's speed them up. Flex. Point, flex, point, and one more, flex, point. Let's go into developpe. Take them slow, point to your knee. Come up, flex the foot, come straight down with that leg, drag to the knee, flex up, flex down, one more slow, check in with your upper body to the knee, flex up and down, let's switch it, flex straight up, point to your knee, and push along that other leg and go behind your foot, up to the knee, check in with your rib cage and shoulders, up to the knee, and I think we got one more in there, up to the knee, and drag it along. Now check in with everything. Are your hips still stacked? Are your shoulders still stacked? We're gonna do rond de jambe. So float that leg up, sweep forward, go up and over and around. We are in cheese. Up and over. One more. Sweep forward. Go up. Don't let the rib cage pop forward. And let's switch them. Sweep back and up and over. Think of really pointed foot. Don't let your upper body change at all. And last one, sweeping back, up and over. Good job. Let's go into a nice straight line. Remember, right in the middle of your mat. Line up your fingertips with the tips of your toes. If you want that extra challenge, bring your hand up to the ceiling. Bring the top leg up about hip height. Bottom leg's gonna float up and tap it and down. Really think of those stacked hips and shoulders. Don't let your rib cage pop forward. Keep your head in line with your toes. Keep coming up and down. And then you're gonna glue them both together. They both float down. The feet are glued together. They come up and down. Two more, up and down. Last one, up and down. Now let's float them up and do those little scissor kicks, but try to control your hips. Let it be just in your feet and knee, from your knees down. Bigger scissor kicks. Keep those hips and shoulders stacked. You're sweeping the legs by each other. Good job. We're done with those. So let's come up. So after side leg kicks, we are going to do some mermaid today. It's Wednesday, and it's a really good hip anchoring exercise, but you need to be conscious of your body, because traditional is to fold those legs. I have my right shin right up against the front of the mat, and then I have my right foot up against my left leg. If you would rather have your leg out in front, or both legs out in front, you can also do it in that position. You just might not be able to go over as far. So we are going to start in a T. So your arms are out to the side. Hi, sorry, you left your camera on. Take a big inhale, and then very controlled, I want you to start to go to that right side. And then you're going to bend at the elbow and let that arm come up and over. Really think of letting your rib cage kind of open up. And then you're going to come up with control, pushing off that hand and coming back to your T. We're going to do two more like that. So very controlled, big inhale. When your fingertips hit the mat, bend your elbow, support yourself on that upper arm, and then come both and over. And then inhale, push yourself gently. Try to be most of the work be in your core. Try not to use the push off with your hand. Let's do one more. And up and over. Now you're gonna stay here. We're gonna twist. You're gonna let your rib cage spin and let your left hand kind of go to the floor. And then you're gonna open up and lean back and let your chest open. Another one like that. Inhale, you're gonna curl forward. Exhale, you're gonna open up. And one more like that. Curl forward. And then open the chest to the ceiling. Good. Now come back to your chest is level with your hips. You're gonna push up. Come back to your T and do an opposite up and over. Good job. We're gonna do all that on the other side. So you're gonna switch your legs. Now my left knee is bent. My left shin is up against the front of my mat. My left foot is up against my right knee. But you get in your best position. If you have knee and hip issues, please get in your best one. Let's go into that T. Now, as you inhale, you're going to go down to your left arm. When your fingertips hit, you're going to bend the elbow, and you're going to let your arm go up and over. You make a curve in your spine. Then come back up. Try to be at core work. Try not to use the push off of your hand that much. Use your breath. Let's do another one. Inhale, fingertips hit, elbow kiss. Then you go up and over. Good. Gentle push up. Not a lot of pushing off your hand. Core work. Come up. Let's do one more. Inhale slow. Fingertips hit, elbow hit, arm goes up and over. Let's stay here and let's let our chest turn towards the mat. And then the chest is going to open up to the ceiling. The hand and arm follow it. Inhale as you twist back towards your mat. Chest to mat. Exhale as you open the chest and reach back. Let's do one more like that. Inhale as you twist. Exhale as you open to the ceiling. Good. And then come back to hand fingertips to ceiling. Push gently off those fingertips and come back to your T. Do your opposite up and over. Good mermaids, you guys. Super job. All right, let's do some seal to finish. And we are going to space forward on our mat. Seal those bottoms of those feet together. You're doing great. We're almost done. Think about pelvis again. Really anchor it before we start. You're going to reach through and grab your ankles. Then you're going to tip forward, just up to get your feet off the mat. You're going to clap 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Seal those feet together. Let your pelvis rock. And then you're going to come back up. Float the feet. 1, 2, 3. Claps. Back and forward. If you want to clap over your head, you can try it. Go back, hold that up there, clap your feet, seal them together, come back up. Let's do one more like that. Clap, 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 and up, clap, 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 and up, and clap, clap, clap. Good job, everybody. We are done.